Hi guys, I know you're planning to pursue your Masters through the Futurense US Pathway at the prestigious Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT. I know you have a lot of questions about what really happens in that university, how does the curriculum work, how are the professors, how is the campus life, and most important, what about placements, what is the placement track record of that university? Well, I have been talking to the experts, the people who are representing that university in varied forums to try and understand what does it mean for you, how does your life look like when you study in that university, what happens during your study and post once you complete your masters, what about the job prospects. If you're interested to know about these things, definitely watch the full video where these guys are talking about from their viewpoint why is this an exciting opportunity for you, and I am asking them questions that you guys have emailed it to us about specific nuances about how can you pursue your masters from your dream university, how can you land admission there, and what happens to you post you finish your masters in your dream US university. Hi guys, my name is Raghav. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Futurense. Firstly, thank you so much for taking your time out. So we have a few questions that our talent pool has sort of sent to us. So my job would be to sort of ask you about those questions and get a better understanding.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar for MSBA at Sanders College of Business at RIT. If you are in India, good evening. My name is Manlu Liu. I'm the professor in analytics and accounting, and I'm the program director of MSBA. And I would like to have Delaney and Peggy to introduce themselves.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm Peggy Tirrell. I'm the Senior Associate Director for the Graduate Business Programs at RIT, and I work very closely with Manlu with respect to the operation of this particular program. So welcome and thank you for attending.
Delaney, do you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Delaney Ball. I work in the Graduate Enrollment Office at RIT with our College of Business graduate programs. So if you're applying to the MS Business Analytics program, you'll primarily work with me when it comes to completing your application and then post admittance, getting all your next steps together to enroll at RIT. So I'll be your sort of first point of contact, and I'll work with Manlu and Peggy when it comes to getting admission decisions back.
Thank you. So today we are going to start with introduce our MSBA program. And then I'm going to talk about a little bit about the employer's demand and the career service and job outlook. And then we're going to give the rest of time for any questions. So there are lots of MSBA programs offered by many universities. So one of the questions you might have is, how do we differentiate our MSBA program with the other MSBA programs? So here are several highlights I would like to talk about. First, it's business integration. So meaning that we offer the generic analytics courses, but we also offer the discipline focused analytics courses. So students here not only receive a broad training for the business analytics, but also receive in-depth training in multiple disciplines, which include marketing, accounting, finance, operation, etc. So that means if you learn about how to apply the analytic skills in a specific domain, okay? And this program also have a built-in advanced certificate, which is called a Financial and Accounting Analytics Advanced Certificate. So students in MSBA program have the opportunity to receive advanced certificate in accounting and financial analytics. And we have the top ranked faculty here to support you. The quality of our faculty and programs are recognized externally. So our faculty here, they have excellent teaching skills, and they publish high quality and high impact research, and also they have extensive industry background. And of course, MSBA here is a STEM program. So that means international students, they qualify to work for up to 3 years through the F1 OPT 24 months work extension, okay? So our business analytics program is designed to fit the employer's demand. So the courses that offer here focus on solving the business problems in multiple domains, for example, marketing, finance, human resource, operation, etc. And that is also one unique features which is differentiate with the data science project, data science programs. So meaning when students learn about the skills here, learn the knowledge here, the purpose is always to solve the specific business problems. And the students are going to develop the capabilities in the data science language, such as Python, R, and in key packages for the data management, and the statistical modeling and optimization. So students are going to well prepared for all these technical skills they need. And the students here are trained to communicate to the senior management level in the industry. And I would like to talk about our coursework. All courses here are taught by the faculties who have both technology and business background. And the classes offered here are practical rather than theoretical. So that means the instructor offers the knowledge in this domain, but also conduct lots of labs, like the project teams, lots of the practical skills in the class. Each class offers opportunities for students to learn by doing projects. So that means if you are in this program, you are going to get lots of opportunity to do the project and deal with the big data. And lots of time you deal with real big data. So for example, the course I teach here, one of the courses I taught here is accounting analytics. So students are going to deal with the 10K files, real company, real 10K files. You are going to look at the statistic data, the structure data in the 10K files. And also you are going to look at the unstructured data in the 10K file, which means all this footnote, the discussion sessions. And you're going to look at the big data, meaning, let's say, for example, I'll ask student, pick, in the industry, you pick, let's say, top 10 companies in that industry. And then for each company, you're going to download, let's say, 20 years 10K files. And then you're going to look at the structured data and unstructured data, conduct analysis, and do the comparison, and to get the idea to evaluate their financial performance and also the whole financial situation in that industry. So this is one of the examples, okay? And the students have the opportunities to work in a research project with the faculties if you have interest in research. So this is a quick look about our structure for the curriculum. So we have the required course. So these are the required course for the MSBA programs. And I understand that one of the required course for the student here for this student, you're going to take the course in Futurense, which are going to replace the first course, I think, Introduction to Data Analytics and Business Intelligence. So, and then the second course is Data Management for Business Analytics. In this course, you're going to learn about all these fundamental analytics skills. Accounting Information and Analytics, which are offered by me, you're going to learn about all these, apply all these analytics skills in the accounting domain. And Marketing Analytics, Financial Analytics, which are also the other two analytics courses, which is discipline focused. Advanced Business Analytics, which you are going to learn about these advanced skills, high-level skills in the business analytics, and then you're going to end up with the capstone courses, which is the business analytics experience. Okay. All right. So now I would like to quickly talk about the certificate. So this advanced certificate consists of 4 courses. 3 courses here is the required course you have, basically you need to take anyway, ACCT 745, Accounting Information Analytics, Financial Analytics, and Introduction to Data Analytics and Business Intelligence. And then you need to choose one from the following 2. So that means if you complete the 4 courses, that you are eligible to get the advanced certificate. So this is optimal mix for the courses, which is especially for the Futurense students. Since you guys already took the 3 courses in Futurense, so you'll have 7 courses left to take at RIT. So we would like to suggest that in the fall semester, you're going to take 3 courses. Start with a little bit light workload because this is your first semester here, right? So you want to get familiar with the environment. And then the spring semester, we would like to suggest. So now I would like to talk about some of the information, the employer's information. Now, business analytics skills are demanded highly by the industry. So this is just some data for your information. If we look at the data here, the anticipate over the next 10 years, the huge growth for the employment and the trend nationwide. There's anticipate, that the demand from all industries that, they need the people who have the analytics skills, who have the big data skills, is going to be hugely increase. Some of the information about the salary, and this is also the national statistic for your information. So the average salary for the business analytics in the nation, that is average, is around 92K. And then if we talk about the nation's average salary for above the living wages, which is 31K. So actually, I think the business analytics still, if you have these skills, there's very good market here. Okay. I want to also quickly talk about the service and the cooperative education hub. RIT provide excellent career service for the students. And RIT have a very good network. We have around 3,000 plus industry partnerships. And there's a career fair multiple times each year, which this industry partner, they come to the school to recruit the student. And also RIT provide lifelong job searching coaching, including, how to develop the resume, how to conduct an interview, etc. And then they also have lots of resources to help the student, when they look for the job, online resource and webinars, and there's a virtual information sessions, and also there's lots of career skill building presentations. And if you are the RIT students, you have access to this all these job posting, lots of the job opportunities. You'll get to the database and they update all these job opportunities very frequently. So that is the introduction, for the program and the information about the job market. So these are the several questions we frequently got asked by the students. So that's why I listed here, and I want to briefly address that. And then if you have additional questions, then we'll have the Q&A session as well. One question student asks a lot is, what skills will students earn to help them to stand out? My quick answer will be both technical skills and soft skills. In this MSBA program, you got a solid training, not only for the technical skills, but also for the soft skills. That means you learn about, you got lots of opportunity to do the presentation, work with the people, work in a group, and also lots of times that in the courses, faculty is going to invite the guest speakers who play the leadership role in certain industry, or who have the expertise in the certain domain to come to talk to the students. So you develop the network. So both skills are very important for the student to stand out. And also another thing is, for each student, you have to think about what is your interest, what is your unique career path, and how you are going to apply the skills to develop your own career path. That means you have to develop your own story when you search for the job. So the second question is, what is unique about getting this degree from RIT? I think I talked about some of this already. I think the unique features for getting the MSBA program at RIT is you get very solid training, the technical part. Because as you know, RIT is very well known about, the technique as a technical school. And also you get the training from the business part. So you are well prepared. Not only learn about this technical information, but also well prepared for develop your business skills. The third question, what kind of research opportunities are available? There are lots of research opportunities available there. Faculties are conducting high quality, high impact research at Sanders College of Business. And, the school offer to the graduate student the opportunity to work with the faculty for the research opportunities, research work. And you have interest in this, you can always apply for these job opportunities. And for me, I work with graduate students every year, and I actually publish several papers with my research papers with my graduate students. What are the students who have graduated telling you with regard to how the degree has impacted their lives for the better? We heard about lots of stories and lots of touching stories. So when students graduate from this program, they have multiple paths to be successful. Some students were hired by the big companies, and they are very successful in these companies. And some students, they develop their own business, become an entrepreneur by using the knowledge that they learn from this program. And we also have the students who already have their own business. I have a student, the business is in the catering industry. He has his own business. And then he came to this program saying, I want to grow my business, and I know I need the big data analytics skills. So that's why I'm here. And we also have the student who are in the department, which has nothing to do with the big data analytics. And then she looked at the future trend. She said, I want to know, to develop my analytics skills. And after she graduated, and she was promoted to a different department, and then in the same company, and then start with a new kind of direction. So we have all these different paths, but all these stories are very touching and really encourage us as a faculty here to offer our help and support to our students. So these are the connect information in our college. So where we have the whole support team here to support you, to help you. All right, so that is what I want to share here. So I think I would like to have the rest of time for the Q&A session. And since I have another meeting, I have to go right now.
No.
And we have the Delaney and Peggy here to handle the question part.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I think this was super helpful. And we have a few more questions, but thank you so much. I would ask the team. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Manlu.
And yeah, go ahead,
Can you
Peggy.
stop sharing the your screen since you're going to be jumping off?
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Thank you.
And for all the students, if you have a question, you are always welcome to reach out to me through email. So you can find my email through my official website. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Perfect.
And now, Rosie, if I can just share a little bit, you had mentioned that some of the students might be interested in some of the unique features of RIT and the Saunders College and life here in
Right,
the
great.
US and everything. So I guess I'd start out by saying one of the things that really excites me about RIT and the Saunders College of Business is we are a small college within a large university. So the students really have the opportunity to get to know their faculty very well. Our class sizes range from 12 to 25 students. So I often say your faculty get to know you maybe too well. So there's no hiding if you're ill prepared for class. But at the same time, you get to build a relationship with the faculty, which I think is unique for many graduate programs where a student becomes just a number. So that is one part. You also get the advantage of being in a very large university, a large technical university. So you have resources available to you that you might not have at a much smaller university. So it's that blend of having a sense of family and small get to know you, as well as all the resources of a large university, which would include up to 200 clubs. And students are told that if you don't find a club that meets your interests, you can always start one. So I think that's pretty unique and allows students an opportunity to lead a well-rounded life here on campus. On top of that, we have a Division I hockey. So if you're interested in the sport of hockey and learning more about winter sports, both our men and women's team are Division I, and we're pretty proud of that. I think other things that are unique to RIT is we are a university that really embraces the right brain and left brain. So the arts are as valued as the sciences, and we have a fantastic theater group. We're in the process of building a new auditorium for the arts. We have a fine arts program. We've got a movie studio for our photography and videography students. We have students who are majoring in the fine arts, from glass blowing to fabric design to jewelry making. So you can find pretty much everything here at RIT that I think is pretty unique to most universities in the US. I think additionally, as I mentioned, we are a small family-like environment, so you will have an academic advisor who'll kind of walk you through your program. And as we say, we like to sort of hold your hand, bringing you in, getting you through, and getting you successfully to the other side and beginning your career again. So Rochester is a good-sized urban community. The campus itself is outside of the city proper, so we're a pretty safe environment, and yet you have very easy access to all the services and cultural aspects of Rochester, New York. We are a quick trip to New York City. We're a quick trip to Toronto, so you have access to those resources as well, without having to live in a heavily urban big city environment. So those are, I think, some of the unique and special things that I'd throw out there. And from there, we'll leave it to see what questions.
Perfect. Great. So I'll just go like topic by topic, what questions we have received, and would love if you guys could sort of guide us through them.
Sure.
So starting from the course structure and specialization, our folks are asking how flexible is the course structure, especially for people who are looking to explore multiple specializations.
Okay. The program itself tries to be fairly broad in its coverage. Students will have 2 electives that they can choose from, but I would say we don't have the ability to gather great depth in any specialization. We do allow students who want to take an additional course beyond what's required to do so, with consulting and working one-on-one with either Manlu, the program director, or their advisor.
Got it. Makes a lot of sense. Next question is around on-campus working options. So if you could guide us a bit about what are the options for people to work on campus and what is the usual pay about that?
Sure, no, good question. The College of Business offers a somewhat limited number of what we call graduate student worker positions, which other universities might refer to as grad assistantships, where they work closely with faculty members supporting their classroom activities and research. Those are a little limited. Students apply for those at orientation as part of the new student orientation. And they're typically for 8 hours a week at a salary of approximately $15 an hour, and it's for the academic year. Aside from that, students can apply for other opportunities across campus. They will range from working with Residence Life or student clubs to working in food services, which some of the students enjoy because they get a free meal when they're working.
Mhm.
So that's an advantage. I'm not sure what the salaries are for those. I'm gonna guess somewhere around 10, 12 dollars an hour.
Perfect. Great. That makes sense. Now, the next question is regarding the placements. So, if you could talk about some of the key employers who have in the past hired a lot of folks from you, a couple of big names, if you could highlight them.
I have limited awareness of that. I don't work in our career placement office, but I know anecdotally that some of the big companies that work with students, both at RIT and Saunders, are Microsoft, Google, Intel.
Oh,
Delaney, if you know of any others out of the top of your head.
I know like Intuit is on campus a lot. They do like TurboTax and a lot of other financial things. I don't, yeah, and then there's a number of like local
right, right.
employers that we work with pretty
Because
closely. I know like L3 Harris, what else? Paychex maybe, Wegmans. So we
Yeah.
have a number of health systems in the area. If any students are interested in working in like the healthcare sort of business side of things, there's likely positions there. Yeah, but I mean, students work in many different industries. Our career services office is well equipped to connect students with employers. We have 2 university-wide career fairs each year that bring I think over 200 companies to campus for students to meet with recruiters. And then there's a number of other events throughout the year with either college focused or program focused, or an employer will come and do an information session or host a table in a lobby somewhere. So there's lots of opportunities for students to connect with a variety of employers while they're here.
perfect. And one question that people have been like really asking is that with respect to the alumni base, right? Because one thing that we've heard about RIT is that the alumni are very strong. So if you could talk us a bit about the alumni network and how do they sort of come together, help each other out? If any examples, anecdotes.
We have an individual within the Saunders College of Business who oversees directly for Saunders students connection with other Saunders alumni. So it really is in the hands of the student to reach out, to take the initiative. We have some of our alumni offer to be mentors. We have students available to connect through LinkedIn and some internal technologies to alumni, but realistically, it's up to the student to reach out and become connected.
Makes a lot of sense. And I think that is one thing that we are reading across all review boards about RIT, how close-knit the alumni community is. So I think that's brilliant. Now coming to campus life, if you could tell us a couple of clubs that there are on campus that people could join.
As I mentioned, there are over 200 clubs. There's everything from cricket to the finance club here in the Saunders College of Business. There's a women in business club. There's photography clubs. There's various ethnic focused clubs. There's an international student club. You name it, we probably have it. I would encourage people to go to the RIT website and just type in student clubs to get the variety of clubs. It's everything from sports to special interests to cooking clubs, you name it, it's probably there.
No, one question that people really have is that if you look at your website, it shows 93% placement rate. Now, a question to you is, what is the secret sauce? Like, how are you guys getting it
Sure.
there?
I think it's twofold. The students who are most successful, I think, are two things that sort of drive that. One is a realistic understanding of the job market. As I'm sure everyone's well aware, there are ebbs and flows where there are times where it's easier for international students to find
Right.
placement. There are other times it's more difficult. So I think the student who comes to us with an open mind about where that job possibility is going to be, whether it's US or back in India, have the highest likelihood of the most successful search. The other is the student who's very proactive. The student who arrives on campus day one starts working with our career services staff on updating their resume to a US-oriented resume, begin to get involved and connected on campus, to take advantage of the workshops and various networking sessions that are offered on campus. The ones that begin their search, their very first semester, are the ones that are most successful. The students who wait until halfway through their final semester to begin their search are going to have a considerably more difficult, if not impossible, job search.
Perfect. Makes a lot of sense. Now, last two questions. I know you guys are running a bit short on time.
Sure.
Last two questions. The second last question is about housing. If you could
Okay.
tell us a bit about the housing options on campus, and if guide us a bit about off campus also.
Sure.
Yeah.
On campus, we have what is, I would call, peripheral on-campus housing. The university has right bordering the campus itself, 5 different large housing complexes, apartments that are not owned by the university, but that provide shuttle service to the university. So that students, especially graduate students, don't want to live in a dorm type of situation. It allows them more of an apartment community with anywhere from 2 to 4 people sharing space, where you have your individual room and your own bathroom, but a shared kitchen and living space with shuttle service to the campus. And those are really pretty easy to get hold of and to find housing opportunities in. There are a few other housing complexes, apartments, more traditional apartments, a little further from campus. The difficulty there is, while they may be a little less expensive, it typically requires students to have access to a vehicle, to be honest. The local bus transportation is not like one might find in large urban communities. So we typically encourage students to look at the ones that have the shuttle service to campus.
Makes a lot of sense. Perfect. I think, guys, one final question
Sure.
for people who are applying. Top of your head, obviously the basic eligibility checks are there.
Sure.
What are some things that you're really looking for in an applicant?
Sure. No, that's good to ask, and probably the right one to ask it. One of the things that I think is really important to me anyway, as I'm chairing the admissions committee, is we read hundreds and hundreds of statements of purpose. And more often than not, I get a sense that students are working with professionals to write their statement. And I think that in some ways that counts against the student, in that they begin to sound template, and it doesn't really help us get a sense of the student and their motivation. So I always encourage students, write your own essay. If it's a little awkward at times, that's okay, but it's your opportunity to sell the admissions committee on the fact that you understand and are aware of our curriculum and you feel it's a good match for yourself. Your motivation for the degree and for coming to the US, what you might feel you add to the classroom experience, and what you hope to get out of it. So
Yep.
we find that the student who maybe is a little perhaps perceived to be a little weaker in the number of years of work experience or academic performance, if they can really sell us that this is where they really want to be, and they motivation, they're going to work hard to get through the coursework, they're going to put forth the best effort, is going to weigh very heavily in a positive direction.
Perfect. I think, Peggy, this was a fantastic way to end it.
Right.
Thank you so much, both of you, for taking your time out. guiding us. And I think I can promise you, we have a lot of top talent that is super interested to come to RIT and
Great.
looking forward for this.
Great. Well, we're here for them. So thank you for hosting this and have a great day.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Bye.
I hope this was helpful, guys. I tried my very best to ask all the questions I thought were relevant to you. But if you still have doubts, if you still think you are very interested in building a career in the US, pursuing your master's from a top US university, have more doubts, definitely reach out to us. Definitely book a one-on-one counseling, free counseling with our counselors, our in-house experts, to try and understand what are your chances, what are your prospects of doing the master's from a top US university using the Futurense US Pathway and build a high earning career in the US. See you.